It's just boring, you know? Nothing ever happened.
No. No. No, no, no! I gotta go! I gotta go! Hey! Everything okay? Oh, no! Oh, no, 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 no!
Welcome to Strike Force. You are an elite battle squad assembled to defend Earth. This is who we're up against. The alien warlord Ultimus and his Kree soldiers who have joined forces with Hydra and AIM. Now, I know some of you aren't used to fighting side by side with each other, but the world needs you to put aside your feuds and stand together. Any questions?
I am Groot.
Any other questions? All right, it's go time. Now get out there and save the world.
You need help with your Marvel Strike Force game? Then come down to the school of the Game Father. Valley Flying did, and he learned that you can't beat the Game Father. Valley Flying. That's right, I'm the 3-time Super Sunday Red Stib Blitz Orb champion. After I uppercutted Valley Flying in his vagina for the 3rd time, he went home and cried to his little mommy, and now I need a new challenger. Bring it, little boy. All one with the fucking dope. I be ballin' like a
Gamers, keep on gaming because gamers are cool.
Alright gamers, keep on gaming because gamers are cool.
OMG.
Yo, Matt, that's cute. Now buy some more, we drop new kits just to feed the store. Power ain't free, this game's our grind. And balance? Nah, we left that behind. Free to play, that's fun to say, but ain't no profit in a fair way. We build the hype, then time to drop, and if you ain't spending, enjoy the shop. Cash over balance, that's the law. Turn your roster into revenue raw. Complain all you want, we don't flinch.
Hello.
Every old patch got a cash grab clinch. Look, your power's low, that's by design. It's not a bug when the loss feels fine. We ain't here for dreams, we here for math. And the whales, oh, they clear the path. Mirror match, nah, we twist the rules. So you gotta pay up just to use your tools.
Hello there.
Cash over balance, make it rain. Every new team got a built-in chain. We don't tune kits, we tune demand. Wanna compete, better pay as planned. We see your posts, your rants, your charts, while sipping lattes with our scopely hearts. Please fix war, Crucible's trash. Cool story, bro, did you bring that cash? OP ain't broken, it's profit unlocked. A beautiful scam wrapped in digital stock. So
I don't know. All right, what are we doing today? Hello, hello, hello. We are playing Marvel Strike Force, as one would expect. And what else are we doing? What else are we doing today? We are going to be doing Crucible, of course. What else are we going to do? I don't know what else we're going to do. Crucible for sure. Looking forward to that. Oh boy. Unfortunately, yeah. How is your Sunday fun day going for y'all? All right, let's do it.
I didn't buy Victoria Hand. I used my cores and got it a 4 yellow within like 8,000 cores. I think that's the path I'm going to go. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. Intel Store should be dropping. And also, what else is going on tomorrow? Intel Store is kind of a big deal, right? Disney and porn. Oh, yeah, we did that last night. It was okay. We went to that burlesque entire Empire Strips Back. It was okay. Keep in mind, I've seen some shows, but it was definitely entertaining. There was just some dumb shit. It was pretty funny. Pretty good. I think if someone asked me what show they should go to in Vegas first, I don't know if I would recommend that one. Because there's just a lot to do in Vegas. Yeah, Xcoin Store should be going away. So that will be a thing. In fact, since you guys mention it, let's go look at that. Orbs. Let's see. Xcoins, 54,000. We need to blow through this. Use it or lose it. It's kind of my thinking on that. I have a feeling that the scarcity of that will be gone at some point. Better than spending 50 bucks. It's 45, which they did lower the price, but you know, they lowered the price on Victoria, which I understand. I'm just trying to think if we really need to be on top of that. Logan's Army Orb, okay. Hello there. All right, Sunday's a light day. We are going to play Raid Shadow Legends later because why? Because I need to finish. There's a free, you know, no silver cost respec on artifacts, and that means I need to respec my roster, which takes a little bit, and I'm probably about halfway through it right now, so I'm gonna have to finish that. I can't wait for CBC merch. Yeah. You ever play Raid Shadow Legends? Or just ready to play with you? Oh boy, Raid Shadow Legends is a game. All right. Yeah, no shit, boomer. I'm looking for Ghost here. Where are you, Ghost? Yeah. Yeah. I've been respecking all morning. I think I'm about halfway through my roster. It's gonna take a while. After watching Thunderbolts, like I have to question Troy his characters, especially no Yelena. That was a community thing, though, right? Didn't we vote for Ghost and Taskmaster? Yeah, that was a community decision. The community got to vote on the reworks. So that was not a Scopely thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was. We voted for all 5 members. Yeah, that was a community thing, right? Yeah. I will say this, and this is not a spoiler, but I feel like if the community saw the movie first, the choices would have been very different, is what I'm trying to say. Like, if we had seen the movie first, I don't think it would have went down the way that it did. Also, I kind of wish, so this is my take, and we did ask them this, and they said resources, whatever. I kind of wish they would have done Sinister Six, like made Red Guardian just a stat increase, right? So that you could use him on the team. And then he's a pre-taunting tank, right? You wouldn't use him all the time, but in certain situations you would want to, right? Pre-taunting tank, just boost his stats. Don't even rework his kits. Then give, let's say, Yelena, you pick Crucible or War. Boost the stats, give the team a passive that does something in Crucible or War, and then do the same thing for not necessarily Winter Soldier, but let's say US Patriot. Like, maybe give him a war buff of some kind and give him the Thunderbolts tag. You know, like a Sinister Six-esque rework. Just, even if they weren't that effective in their respect, let's say they were kind of garbage, right? But at least, like, those 3 anyways. Right? Valdi, I was thinking about the Palpatine. Wrecking Boss. Oh my god. I do feel like it was like they added a lot of it. Like, I feel like it was like 60% done. And I think they just needed to rethink some things. I wonder if they're going to be, hopefully they're like profitable to have a long-term thing there, and then they can work on some of the set design and stuff. I feel like it was, you know, its 3rd show, which was fine. Deathball coming through for 22 months. Oh my god. Reward some useless members. They tried skill much with Merc soldiers. It was to Command Center. Thank you so much. Battle and raid. No, we got to do that and spend raid credits. Okay. Let's go into raid credits. Thank you. Let's do raids right now. Why did they say why? No, they did not. the community did not choose to have those characters to be reworked and on the Thunderbolt team. The community chose Taskmaster and Ghost and the rest of the team. So, I mean, they could add the Thunderbolt tag to the team, I suppose, but they're not reworking them. We asked them if they could do like a Sinister Six rework, but... And like I said, I think if the community saw the movie first, they would have picked differently. But the community picked the characters not because of the logic behind the Thunderbolts team, but the community picked the characters based off of the kits. And so that's why we have Ghost and Taskmaster, because Taskmaster, I think a lot of people had partially upgraded or mostly upgraded. And Taskmaster has a reasonably good kit, and Ghost has a good kit, you know, power crept as far as stats go. But I feel like the Thunderbolts team we have, after watching the movie, is not in any kind of alignment with the movie whatsoever. Like zero. Like none. Yeah, a majority boasted, yeah. Yeah, majority voted based on what they already had upgraded. Correct. Yeah, 100%. Yep. That's exactly what happened. Yes, Ghost is definitely a striker. That's one of the few people on the team where I am so confident that she is a striker. A lot of the other ones are up for debate, but Ghost being a striker is probably the most obvious ones. Anyways, the Thunderbolts movie is good. Like I think if you love Marvel, you'll enjoy the Brave New World movie. But I think Thunderbolts is good stuff regardless, right? All right. Chaotic Storm, Crimson Spotlight. Saturday where we'll get high numbers in theaters over saturation. It's a good movie though, I'm telling you. So it's not gonna be, box office success to that, let's say, of Fantastic Four, right? I hope that the Thunderbolts movie does a lot better than Brave New World. But Brave New World had Harrison Ford. So I'm just not sure that I'm not sure. But Thunderbolts was very good. Captain Sam movie is fine. I need to rewatch it and give it a second pass. I'll wait till it's on Disney Plus. But I definitely want to give Captain Sam a second pass. Yeah, I very much see. Here's the thing about Thunderbolts. It could have been, you know, like people could have said, this was shit. It's a bad version of Suicide Squad. I mean, it could have gone down that path, right? But it just didn't. It was great. I mean, it was mid. I liked it. I don't think that there was a lot to the movie, like in the scale of like the way that Galactus and Fantastic Four is going to be, or Endgame with Thanos and all that stuff. But for being like I don't know what kind of word, but like a backstory filler movie, whatever, progressing the Marvel universe, it was fine. It was fine. Like, it was good enough. If they can keep the Marvel movies going forward as like at a minimum level of quality as the Thunderbolt movie, without some just like abysmal train wrecks like some of the ones that they've had recently. Yeah, I don't know. I just hope that Thunderbolts is at some sort of base level going forward. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of just like I don't know if I would want to call it a filler movie, but it's just not the main event of Marvel movies for this year anyways. Brave New World most certainly had a lot more special effects and action scenes. I just didn't particularly like it. It just didn't capture my imagination for some reason or another. Exactly. Like, U.S. Agent was a throwaway, disposable character, but after Thunderbolts, like, he's like, oh, I actually kind of like that guy. Like, I don't know. Like, that's the point of a movie, is to draw you in so that you have some sort of, like, not relationship, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, some sort of connection with a character in a meaningful way, that you care about them, and you care about them a little bit more than you did when the movie started. And U.S. Agent, absolutely am more interested in him the next time I see him. I already felt that way about Yelena and Bucky, if that makes any sense, and maybe to a lesser extent, Red Guardian. But going into the movie, you know, I didn't have a large connection with U.S. Agent, Ghost, or Taskmaster. Nope. I mean, I knew who they were. I mean, I've seen the movies, but I don't care about them. as from a movie going experience anyways. Yeah, Yelena was great. What did they call? I mean, he's a Temu Captain America, a Walmart Captain America. I mean, I don't know if they ever called him U.S. Agent or not. Okay. Oh, did I already finish it? All right. Well. All right. Well. Yeah, my feelings towards Ready Guardian, I can't say changed much. I feel like he's the same character as he was before. U.S. Agent, they flipped him for the better. The rest of the character, I mean, I feel like for me, the winners were U.S. Agent and Yelena, and the rest are all the same in a lot of ways. And that other guy I liked, but I don't really want to, we don't need spoilers. We're going to actually pivot and not talk about that anymore. I'm worried that the conversation will, like, even myself, I might accidentally spoil the movie. By the way, if you care about spoilers, please go see the movie sooner than later. I don't think there's a lot could be spoiled. There's one thing that could be spoiled, but oh my God. I didn't move from 3 from yesterday. I don't know. I guess Red Guardian was good. I don't know. I don't have strong feelings about Red Guardian. I don't have any information, Hugh, other than what was in the blog post on Friday that said there was going to be 20. What we really don't know is what the cost is going to be of them. I mean, we have some, we're getting 20,000 this, 10,000 this, but what does this stuff cost, right? Yeah, everything that we know about the Intel store is identical to what the community knows. It's hard to say. Well, do you think that Gear Tier 20s are going to be the best value in that store? Probably not. I mean, they're charging $60 for a complete piece, and each character needs 3 to 5, right? I mean, so they're charging between 180 and $300 to do one character to gear tier 20. I mean, do you really think that's going to be abundant? All right. I'm thinking Immortals in 1. Garbage in 2. Whatever in 3. Oh, fuck me. All right. So we're gonna double sack Immortal in 4. All right. So we got pretty generic. Can I do Night Stalkers into 6? I don't think I have APOC or Nightcrawler. I do. I don't. I have. Yeah, I don't have APOC or Nightcrawler. All right, we'll do Night Stalkers. Let's go back to 1. Can I Starjammer 1? I also have Odin. I have Odin and I have Illuminati. I don't have Kohori. Yeah, I have Cabal. Oh, can I Cabal 1? Yeah, I've got like Illuminati. I could just do Illuminati. Can I just do full Illuminati into 1? I've got Starjammers, Odin, S6, Cabal. Cabal, King. In 1, Cabal, King. All right, Starjammers in 6, and then I could do Night Stalkers in 5. I could do Night Stalkers in 5. Yeah, I have Old Man Logan. All right, I still have Illuminati, Odin, S6. I can Illuminati 3. I could Rando Odin in 2. All right, so I got Cabal. Let's go through it. Oh my God. I don't have Kahori. All right, Cabal. Okay, let's look at one. Cabal King in 1. Who should I use with Cabal? Who should be my 6th? I also have Vigilante. Who should be my 5th? No, S64, get out of here. No. No, I do not have Super Scroll on offense. All right, let's do it. I'm ready. All right, let's do it. It's time for Cosmic Crucible. Hello there. How are you doing today? We are playing up against a Professor X player in 4, Professor X. So I'm going to double sack 4, and it could just be an auto loss because of that. So that's the plan. We're just going to go in there with random sack teams. I don't think it matters too much what we do. We got Immortals. Let's go and just have them get exploded. And that'll be that. And then we're going to go in with Immortals, and I think we'll be fine. Kind of interesting. I haven't played it against Professor X yet, but two of the between Black Knight and Mephisto not being good after exhausted, right? Okay. Okay. All right, so one auto whatever team done, and now we're gonna go into the next one. Let's see here. Let's find another team to sack with. I don't know. I guess I could sack with I just need some garbage sack team, right? Pause when I sack. All right. So we're going to have to wait 5 minutes for this, which I feel like they should include a All right. All right, so we're going to sit here for 5 minutes. All right. In that 5 minutes, we are going to upload YouTube videos. All right, so we got War uploading right here. And what do we got? Channel. We got a War video uploading there. And then the Cosmic Crucible from yesterday uploading here. No, that's not what I want. Details. Did it not download? Oh my God, Fussy. That sounds terrible. Sounds absolutely terrible. Absolutely awful. No, I didn't download it. All right, let's clean up my raw files. See, let's clean this up. Delete. Delete. Come on. Okay. All right. I need to be able to see chat, and then I need to clear out my Dropbox. Let's see here. War. All right, move to trash. Move to trash. Okay, move to trash. All right, let's go to this right here. Upload video. All right. War with All right. Let's upload this thumbnail. Where is it? All right, we're still got 40 seconds left right there. How come I can't see what I'm looking for? There it is right there. War. File is not an image. Okay. Yes, my YouTube views are way down. Okay, so we have sacked, so we should have double exhausted. And now we are going to go into, what are we going to do here? Go in with Immortals and see how this goes. Okay. I'm trying to think about how this is going to play out. As long as I don't do ultimates, I can keep the stun on Professor X. Mephisto and Black Knight are kind of dead weight. Yeah. Yeah, as long as I don't do ultimates, we're going to be fine here. Actually, I'm just going all in. Okay, then. All right, there we go. And then, yikes. Well, that was painful. I mean, it's not over yet. Oh my God, right? Okay, let's see who's got the most turn meter. Gore. A little bit scary. I'm not gonna say, I mean, whenever you get your storm deleted, somewhat scary, right? Okay. Okay. All right, let's keep going. And maybe I could have played that a little bit differently, but I think we're okay. We're gonna use Starjammers in 6 to make life easy. And we'll make it a go. So I feel like my opponent is gonna have quite a bit of offense, frankly. They're going to have Odin Illuminati. I don't think they're going to have to double sack anything. I feel like it's probably like auto lose, right? Wow, look at that. Get deleted. Let's see. Let's just go over here. I don't know. Is this going to be enough damage? Oh, it didn't flip the... Yeah, maybe Ghost just makes it a little bit more unpredictable. Is that gonna be enough damage? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna have to eat the Thanos ultimate, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, we just had to eat the ultimate. Okay, so let's do. We've got Orcus in room 5, so we're gonna do Night Stalkers with OG Emma. They've got Emma over there also, so we kind of have to offset that. Get off this team, Moon Knight, and we're gonna put Emma in there. Okay, there we go. They got some 11s. Well, obviously, we're going to have lots of overpowered in these fights today because they have Professor X. Oh, boy. So, we'll see if this... I don't think I'm going to have a struggle with the rest of the rooms. And I can tell my opponent has a significant amount of offense. So... let's see. Let's get through Nimrod. See if we can get an exposed. Yeah, that's great. We get some revives. Let's do this. Maybe night. No revives, please, sir. Okay. Okay then. Okay then. All right. All right, we're going to go into 3. We're kind of working backwards. They have S6 and 3, and we're going to use Illuminati, which I don't think will be much of a challenge, really. Oh, I haven't used Illuminati on offense. And this will be pretty straightforward, I believe. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, Green Goblin Classic deserves the nice charge removal. Okay, then. See if we can burp them down. Oh yeah, Black Bolt should be able to get through Doc Ock at a minimum. Let's see, we're gonna need Mr. Fantastic to all those death proofs are gonna be annoying. Alright. Is that gonna be enough damage right there? Oh yeah. Take them out. Well, we've got death proofs, I suppose. Okay. And then let's go in to 1, and we're gonna do. They've got Super Scroll in 1, and so we're gonna use Cabal, King, Titania. I haven't used Titania in a minute. I don't think they're gonna take a turn at all, frankly. So. See, Titania. Oh man, look at that. Overpowered 8. All right, well, I don't think it matters much. They got 11s across the board. So this is going to be more about them not taking a turn than anything else. So as long as we get the vulnerable, and we should get the vulnerable on Super Scroll, he's not going to get massive amounts of turn meter. Okay. Oh, that feels bad. I guess that could have been scary if it was... Yeah, I don't know. This feels bad. I feel like this feels bad. I don't know who to target. We'll target you. Okay, we'll go over here. I think Vigilantes may have done better here. Yeah. It's quite possible that Vigilante would have been the correct choice there. So now I have some, I'll take a random team into room 2. A random team comprised of Old Man Logan and Odin and I don't know. Let's just throw in Ghost. Random team, right? Leftovers. Yeah, and then I have Vigilantes also, but this team will fall down, I'm sure. Let's just chain this way. I don't even know if it matters. Okay, there we go. Let's go this way. Okay, then. I don't even... should I just do the... Yeah, let's do the special. I don't think it matters. Wow. That's kind of unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Maybe I should have focused on Hercules. I didn't think he would one tap a Mega Red. Mega Red, I think I have at Gear Tier 20 also. So I did double sack. Let's see if this is a loss. Let's see if this is a loss. I could have won. 11? Where could I have won? Oh, no. All right. Where did I drop a bunch? So that's where I lost all my points right here. Yeah, so where I lost was right here in their Professor X room. Interesting. All right. Well, that's the way it goes, I guess. Unless there's a one tap or a, one sack available against Professor X. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. Yep. Bye for now. When will you continue pursuit of Professor X? I don't have access to Gear Tier 20s without spending an ungodly amount of money. What are we doing here? Yeah, Intel Store, we'll see. I'm not expecting them to be generous. I mean, why would they be? Right? Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be like overwhelmingly generous. I'm looking for a photo. Boy, I'm hungry. Hello. See, I'm looking for the Marvel Strike Force logo. All right, let's just go find it somewhere else. MSF, PNG, Marvel Strike Force logo. Okay. No, it does not. Next. Monetization on. Boy, my stomach hurts. I guess I should have ate. I might have to eat here in a second. I don't even know if Cat's home or not. It's been raining here, which is wild. Because, you know, we live in a desert, right? It's actually been kind of nice. So, I've got this theory, and tell me, chat, if you agree or don't agree. If 99% of the people do not know what the word means, it's effectively not a real word anymore. Like, if it takes like 9,000 IQ to know what that word is, then it's not a real word. Yeah, just because it's in the dictionary or 1 out of 100 people knows what it means doesn't mean it's a real word. Anymore, anyways. She always is like, oh, the smell of rain, the petrichor. I was like, that's not a real word. It's not a real word. Well, basically, if you guys know that word and I'm just dumb, but I'm like, I've never heard of that. I don't want to use that word. All right, let's schedule this for tomorrow. Or maybe I'm just kind of dumb. I don't know. I guess I'm just a buffoon. You guys all know what the word petrichor is. I'm like, that's not a real word. She goes, yes, it is a real word. And I'm like, no, it's not. Nobody knows what that word means. But apparently a lot of you here in chat do. So maybe you guys are just smarter than me. I mean, I've got a kind of a warped view of that. I remember my dad telling me something when I was very young. What did he tell me? He said to me, and it's funny, it's like my dad, it's not like he had like a lot of like things to say, but I remember him saying like, people don't like smart people. And I was like, huh. And I didn't really understand what that meant, but I think people don't trust smart people. Like if you go to somebody, like I remember I used to manage money, right? It was like stockbroker, did investments and stuff. Like people don't care how smart you are if they don't trust you. Like in fact, like telling, you know, like if people think you're too smart, whatever, then they just feel like you're going to take advantage of them or something. Cockwomble? What a time to start watching your live stream. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. Maybe I just have a warped view of that kind of stuff. All right, what was this? All right, what was this video about? That's the only problem I have with like doing these videos. Like I can't remember what this was yesterday. How do I not remember what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? I think it's very crafty individual say something that which is stated in a very general sense, and yet in reality is very nuanced meaning. Okay. You went insta a lot? Yeah. You have to agency to level what a curry want. You have the passive say you have to have all familiar agency level 2. It's not what we all think. Yeah. Anyhow. I gotta watch some of this video because I don't remember what it's about. Let's keep those blinds up there as long as possible. That's not good. Come on, no, die to the Agatha ping. Oh my God, all right. It's time for Cosmic Crucible! And what I am hearing is that this is the Duelim defense, which I feel like I've got a reasonable solution to most of the things over here. There's some fights that I've never done, so we're gonna have to see how it goes. I'm a little bit worried about 6, a little bit worried about 4, a little bit worried about 3, a little bit worried. I'm worried about all these rooms. So I'll just quickly go over what I'm thinking. I'm gonna run like Omega Red, Phoenix Force, Kestrel, maybe Old Man Logan, and Kang in 1. Here I'm thinking Starjammers. Here I'm thinking Vigilante, which I don't know if it's gonna work, but Hitmonkey should shut down the Dormammu. I'm going to do Illuminati, Old Man Logan, which I had a problem with. Odin. Hopefully this will be fine. There was a Black Knight version here, which was a problem. And then right here, we're going to do Immortals. And then here, we're going to try Night Stalkers. So let's go into the riskiest room first. And the problem with this room is going to be that... All right, I know what the title of the video. All right, well, let's do this. Photoshop. OP is fun. Yes. Let's see here. Hey, you like my song? Maybe I should make that into an AI song. What am I looking for? I'm trying to find a picture of Cosmic Crucible that I just took. There we go. This takes it. This came off of their website. This is gonna take a minute to load up. I misspelled Thanos. Thanso? I like Thanso better. You don't know about Thanso? Well, let's do it like this. Okay. Lack of significant rewards for the effort should be I'm hoping that that will be mitigated with the Intel store. All right, let's call this. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to play out. I really don't. My hope is that yeah, I don't know. I hope that so when Crucible initially came out and the Crucible store mattered, it felt good when you won in Crucible. Same thing in War. Like in War, when you won in War and you got the rewards, it was meaningful because there was a War store that had things that you wanted. That is not the case today. And my hope is that winning in War and or winning in Crucible and or winning in Arena gives some small advantage, let's say, of rewards where better access to gear tier 20s or whatever, where you're going to care. But we'll see. What am I doing? I don't know if there's anything else here to do. Oh, I got that muted. All right, I'm going to grab lunch. And then we're going to go to Reddit. And see if there's anything worth talking about over there. I guess I'm going to make a... I got an idea. All teams ranked video. Okay. All right. Let's see if Kat wants to talk to you guys.
From the great white north where the fire is ice, Dorky Dad bringing heat sharper than Vegas dice. The Marvel Strike Force cabal and I'm leading the crew. Mobile complainer, this ain't the fight for you. You're all smoke, no spark and no follow through. Canada's rising while Vegas just blew. Vegas lights, but your shine's too dim while I'm skating on beats. Got the cold to win. Canada's my throne and I'm ruling with frost. You're rolling snake, God, this battle's already lost. Your bars are soft like a desert mirage, while I'm steady like a glacier breaking your facade. Canada's fire, hotter than your sun. Las Vegas heat, boy, I'm the chosen one. You're all flash, no substance, I'm the master of flow. Northern flames rise and watch the Vegas lights go. You try to throw shade, but it doesn't even land. I'm a snowstorm of skill, you're a grain of sand. You talk big games, but can't back it up. I'm sipping on success while you spill your cup. Las Vegas? Yeah, I'll gamble this fight. Bet it all on Dorky Dad, who's spitting pure might. Your astrotrain's weak, left it derailed. Expect Decepticons harder, your plans have failed. While I crush Megatron, you just whine and make noise. The only thing you fight is your pile of broke toys. I'm Optimus Prime, you're a scrap pile clown. When I roll out, all your rhymes break down. You're dressing up tight like the Silver Surfer's clone. Skin tight spandex, man, you're on your own. Sliding a flute down your pants, what's the play? A large one too, are you sad to see me today? Cosplay dreams, but reality hits hard. You're out of tune, complainer, better lower your guard. Switching games non-stop, cause you can't compete. Worlds collide, Raid Shadow Legends got you beat. 3 apps deep, but you're bad at them all. Striking out while I'm standing tall. From Strike Force to nothing, your skills are lame. You're grinding in the background, forgetting the game. Canada's fire freezes all your lies. Northern truth cuts through, no disguise. You're melting down, Vegas heat's no match. Dorky Dad's legacy you'll never catch. So roll the dice, but the house always wins. Canada's flame scorched your Vegas sins. From the frozen tundra, I'm the coldest terrain. Mike's frozen solid, your rhymes turn to steam. Dorky Dad's the nightmare in your Vegas dream. Mobile complainer, you've lost this game. Graviton sitting there, his gravity's light. Used to pull teams in, now he's out of sight. Quake shook the world, but her time is done. Now she's just a relic of battle she won. Pyro had flames, brought the fire to play, but his burn don't matter in the meta today. Crossbones used to blow up, make teams feel the heat. Now he's a paper tank left in he never flew. Bullseye's aims true, but his damage don't sting. He's a shadow of a villain, barely worth a thing. The forgotten, left in the past, lost in the shuffle, they ain't built to last. No buffs, no rework, they're stuck in decay. The forgotten stay benched, just wasting away. Yo, devs, where's the fix? These legends need love. Bring the kits up to date, give them a shove. Let the fire burn bright, let the hammer strike true. Bring the forgotten back, give them something to do. But until that day, they're rotting in place. No updates, no power, just lost in space. They were heroes once, but now they're left behind. In the world of MSF, it's a cold design. The forgotten, left in the past, lost in the shuffle, they ain't built to last. No buffs, no rework, they're stuck in decay. The forgotten stay benched, just wasting away. So here's to the teams that time won't save. Their glory's gone, now they're stuck in the grave. The forgotten remain, relics of old in Strike Force's world. Their story's been told. Yo, devs, where's the fix? These legends need love. Bring the kids up to date, give them a shove. Let the fire burn bright, let the hammer strike true. Bring the forgotten back, give them something to do. But until that day, they're rotting in place. No updates, no power, just lost in space. They were heroes once, but now they're left behind. In the world of MSF, it's a cold design. So here's to the teams that time won't save. Their glory's gone, now they're stuck in the grave. The forgotten remain, relics of old forces world. Their story's been told.
Big D08 FFC coming through a Prime for the very first time. Did you know that Twitch is owned by Amazon? If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account, get one free Twitch Prime sub a month to give to your favorite streamer, whoever that is.
Black night
Dry Ice coming through for 4-0. All right, let's make a... It's not a team. What are these teams? Dry Ice already did that. All right. Really? That sucks. Oh, they're doing it in order. Illuminati. What else do we want to do? And I see how you did against Ilaria and CC. I lost the tiebreaker. by, I don't know, a dozen or so points. I did get through his Professor X team.
Yo, I built my squad, took months to grind, now they ain't worth shit, left them all behind. New patch drops, yeah, the meta's shifting. Last week's hope, now they barely hitting. I maxed my gear, I love this Scopely said, nah, we got something new. Dropped $100 just to stay in the race. Now my team's getting bodied, man, what a disgrace. Power creep plague, taking its toll. Draining my wallet, deep in a hole. Buffs for the whales, nerfs for the broke. New meta drops, now my roster's a joke. Yeah, I got horsemen, thought I was set. Then some new team dropped, now I'm in debt. Built up my skills, planned every fight. But pay to win wins, strategy's light. Every new update, they sell me a dream. Then turn my investment into a meme. Can't keep up, gotta buy to compete. Or watch my whole roster get left in the street. Power creep plague, taking its toll. Draining my wallet, deep in a hole. Buffs for the whales, nerfs for the broke. New meta drops, now my roster's a joke. Tell me, where's the fix? Why is every rework just another trick? One day you're strong, the next you're gone. A meta so fast I can't hold on. Yeah, check the leaderboard, same old names, same big spenders, same old game. Free to play fools still chasing a lie, while Scopely sits back, watching us buy. No refunds, no balance, no player respect. Just another new squad to cash your check. They call it strategy, but we all know the real skills and how much cash you blow. Power creep plague, taking its toll. Draining my wallet, deep in a hole. Buffs for the whales, nerfs for the broke. New meta drops, now my roster's a joke. So here's to the grind, here's to the spend, here's to a game that won't ever end. One patch away from losing my squad. Welcome to MSF, where power creeps God. Yo, here's to the grind, here's to the spend, here's to a game that won't ever end. One
All right, let's put raid teams up at the top. Alpha Flight. All right. Night Stalkers are a raid team. Orcus is a raid team. So what are the raid teams? Uncanny Avengers, Thunderbolts. No. Uncanny and Alpha Flight is two separate. And then we got Thunderbolts, Bio, Orcus Tech, Vigilante Skill. Oh, Mutant Team. Night Stalkers, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need a mutant team. Yeah, Extreme Logan, exactly. All right, raid teams. I believe Night Stalkers is the best out of all of these. Down. All right, we're going to talk about raid teams. Raid teams first. All right, then we're going to talk about annihilators. Yeah, these are great. All right, let's just go over the list real quick. So we're going to Night Stalkers, Orcus, Vigilante. Scroll Hive Mind, no. Scroll Hive Mind is getting replaced by this right here. So we'll talk about Scroll Hive Mind right here. Yeah, I'm not telling anybody to upgrade Hive Mind right now. All right.
Now buy some more, we drop new kits just to feed the store. Power ain't free, this game's our grind. And balance? Nah, we left that behind. Free to play, that's fun to say, but ain't no profit in a fair way. We build the hype, then time to drop, and if you ain't spending, enjoy the shop.
All right, so there is Night Stalkers, Orcus, Vigilante, and then Thunderbolts. Spotlight, you're going to have Uncanny and Alpha Flight. All right, and then once you're past raids, I think the best team is Annihilators. All right, Annihilators. All right. All right. After Annihilators, who's the best team? Absolute or Astral? I think Astral's better than Absolute. Liberty or Starjammers? And then pre-Aries, I've got Illuminati and S6. I guess we could have talked about Spider Society. All right, let's go over the list one more time. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Scopeless advice, Scarjammers. They'll dominate the scene. If the scene is losing to minions and making me scream, this ain't a team, it's a crime scene. Here come the Starjammers, looking real mean. Brew rockin' havoc, Lil Landra, the queen. Howard's quacking, feeling real tough, but the fight's about to get real rough. This team's a joke, a waste of cash. They hit like noodles and tank like trash. We bought the hype, we fell for the lies. Now they're getting smacked by aim and hand guys. Oh no, they're dropping like flies. Hand minions punch them right in the eye. Raid warriors took rocket and mopped up the floor. Now Havoc's crying, he can't take no more. Howard's got a plan, pulled out a bazooka but he shot the sand. Lil Andre yells, we can still win. The Night Stalker sneezed, then she's down again. Bruce says I am Groot, but it's no use. The Ravagers just kicked him loose. Rocket's got revenge in his little raccoon eyes, but boom, got deleted by M guys. Havoc yells, I got this now. Runs into Red Skull, pow pow pow. Howard flaps, retreat, but Ultron drones just pecked his feet. Scopely swore they'll be the best, but they flop harder than all the rest. Solden offers $300 a spin, but they can't even beat the hand second string. Got scammed harder than Maddox crew. Poured in money, now what can we do? Fell for the hype, spent all our stash. Now our Starjammers belong in the trash. Oh no, this ain't the dream. Even Shield wiped the team. Shield Trooper too OP. They lost to Shield with no Odin. They crawl away, full of regret. Groot responds, just to get wrecked. Little undersized, this team's a joke. Howard agrees, let's just go smoke. Scopely's got another must-buy team coming next week, and you just know it's gonna happen again. The perfect disaster of a team. No, not Starjammers. That's
All right.
silly.
Oh, that's not what I want.
Twitch chat, the true masterminds of Marvel Strike Force. Bow down, streamers. Chat's got this. Chat knows every character inside and out. Their knowledge undeniable.
Percival 1X coming through for 4 months. Thank you much, my guy.
Chat knows more about Crucible than any stupid streamer. Chat knows more about war than any stupid streamer. Alright, we're gonna talk about. They've cracked the code, they run the show until it fails, then whoops, streamers fall through. Chat use this counter, it always works. Except, you know, when it doesn't. Bro, just punch up 400k, easy dub. Oh, full white must be a skill issue, scrub. Trust me, bro, I saw it work one time. Don't check MSF, GG, I know the prime line. Streamer just sucks, didn't play it right.
All right, we're going to talk about the top 10 teams in Marvel Strike Force. And on this list, there actually are going to be 15, but that's besides the point. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to everyone that came out for the last time that I made this video. It was one of my most liked videos for the entire year. And also wanted to draw your attention to my other channel, which is Raid Shadow Legends. Not only over there where you see a lot of videos with my wife, Kat, but you also see special appearances from Valley Flyon, Boylon, Dulim, and Arnold T101. It has been a huge success. In fact, they just upgraded my link so that you get a legendary character, Corrado, right when you start the game. And then when you hit level 15, you will get Ugo, who's an epic support champion, quite good. And then also when you get to level 30, you'll get Tagore, who is also a very good support champion. And then very important, in the first 24 hours of playing Raid Shadow Legends, use the promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wu Khan. And let's start this over. All right, we're going to talk about the top 10 teams in Marvel Strike Force. And I'm sorry, there's actually going to be 15 because we got to include a lot of the raid teams, which are under consideration. And I want to give a special shout out to everyone that came out to the video from a couple months ago. It was my most liked video, so thank you very much. And I also wanted to talk about my other channel, which focuses on Raid Shadow Legends, where you will see a ton of videos, not only for myself and guest appearances with my wife, but also Boylon, Valley Flying, Dulam, and Arnold T101. They've been really happy with that, and they've upgraded my download link. So you can use the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen, and you'll get Corrado, which is a legendary right from the start. Then you get Ugo, which you get at level 15, which you can do very quickly. And then you'll get a third champion, which is going to be another epic, Tagore, when you get to level 30. Just as important as all of that, holy God, I want to do it one more time. I forgot what I'm doing. I have a hard time today. I know, right? All right, we're going to do the top 10 teams for, I don't know, what is it? Spring of 2025. Actually, it's almost summer. And I got to give a big shout out for everybody that came out on the last top 10 video and gave it a like. It was one of my most liked videos for the entire year. And then also, just want to draw your attention to my Raid Shadow Legends channel. I've got a secondary channel where there will be a ton of featured guests. We got Kat, we've had Dulam, we've had Boylan, we've had Valley Flying, we've had Arnold T101, and it's been a big success over there. In fact, they've upgraded my promo download links. Link in the description where you will get Corrado Fox Hunter, which is a legendary right from day one. Look how pumped I am there on the screen. Or I can't do it today. Holy shit. Why am I above on that? Oh, that's not right. I don't know why I'm trying to make this perfect because it's going to get edited anyways. Holy shit. All right, we're going to talk about the top 10 teams in Marvel Strike Force. Actually, I'm going to cheat a little bit. We're going to talk about 15 teams. You get a bonus 5 teams in this video. And I got to give a big shout out to everyone that came out to my last top 10 video, which was a couple months ago. It's my most liked video for the month. Thank you in advance. And then also wanted to draw your attention to my Raid Shadow Legends channel. Yes, I have a sponsored Raid Shadow Legends channel that is doing very well. Tons of guest appearances there from not only my wife, but Dulam, Valley Flying, Boylon, and Arnold T101. It's going so well that they've upgraded my download link to get Corrado the Fox Hunter, which is a legendary. You get him right out of the gate. And then also when you hit level 15, you will get Ugo, who's an epic support champion. What is it? What am I doing there on the screen? What am I pointing at? And then at level 30, you'll get Tagore, who's another epic. So be sure to hit the link in the description or scan the QR code. And then more importantly than that, in the first 24 hours of playing Raid Shadow Legends, you got to use the promo code Monkey King to get another legendary, Sun Wukong. So we're talking 2 epics, 2 legendaries. Very good. Now, we're going to get in the top 15, top 10 list. I want to draw your attention to something that they've added right here, which is a tab. I highly recommend, if you're a new player, checking out this squads tab, because in general, newer teams and newer characters are going to better serve you than the older teams. There's been massive power creep in Marvel Strike Force, and in between this Annihilator team and this Illuminati team, there was a character that came to the game called Ares. And so quite often we refer to pre-Ares and post-Ares characters and or teams. And that is because there was a massive stat increase. So if you look at like the Illuminati, it says 5 million, or if we go up Annihilators, 7 million, and then all the teams above Annihilators are going to have, like, let's say like a 30% stat increase. So most of the teams that I'm going to be talking about in this list today are going to be what I call post Aries. But if you're just getting started in the game, go and hit this tab now, because there's some characters that you're going to have good access to that are going to serve you better, like Captain America, Sam Wilson, or maybe War Machine, Rocket, and Groot. I know when I started my new player account, I was able to make good use out of those new characters because they've reworked stats and kits. Now, let's get to the list, and we're going to zoom in here so that we get a bird's eye view. What happened? What did I do? What did I do? Why did it get all weird? Oh, there we go. So this is the list, and we're going to start with raid teams, because raids in Marvel Strike Force are very important, and I think it's also very important to check in with your alliance to find out what they want you to do. Now, there are currently 7 teams, and some of these raid teams are also very useful outside of raids. So probably one of the most versatile teams in the game right now is going to be Night Stalkers, which is here at the top of the list, going to be used in raids, but I'm also finding them to be highly effective in other game modes like Alliance War and Cosmic Crucible. So this is absolutely going to be one of my favorite teams. You can see that Blade has already gone to gear tier 20, soon Oath will as well, and I just think they're an amazing team because of Man-Thing's passive, giving speed to the team, which is not turn meter. It is an actual speed stat, and that seems to be very effective right now in Marvel Strike Force. Next on the list is going to be Orcus, which is also a raid team. I do like the Night Stalkers better, but I'm getting good use out of Orcus in Crucible and in Alliance War as well. Then we have the brand new team Starjammers. I do have mixed, or not Starjammers, Vigilante. Holy shit, I'm having a hard time today. I shouldn't record these live. I should just do them. Some days are like this. I don't know, man. I don't know why I care. Actually, we're not going to do that. Top 10 teams in Marvel Strike Force, and I'm going to do more than 10. We're actually going to do 15 because I wanted to focus primarily at the start on raid teams, and there are 7 raid teams that we're going to talk about. Now, before we get into that, I want to give a big shout out to everyone that came out to the last top 10 teams video, and it was one of my most liked videos for the entire year. Also, I have a sponsored Raid Shadow Legends channel that is doing very well. And on this channel, you will see tons of guest appearances from my wife, Kat, Duelam, Boylon, Valley Flyin, and Arnold T101 have all been guests. They've upgraded my download link to be one of the best, and I don't know what I'm doing here on the screen. But Corrado, the Fox Hunter, is legendary. You get right out of the gate by using the QR code or scanning the link in the description. Then you also get Ugo, who's an epic support champion. And then lastly, you will get Tagore when you get to level 30, who is amazing. Now, this is very important. In the first 24 hours of playing Raid Shadow Legends, use the promo code right here on the screen, Monkey King. You can do that in-game on PC or Android. On iOS, you have to do it on the website, and you will get Sun Wukong, who is my absolute favorite champion. You want to do this code in the first 24 hours. Very, very, very important. Now, let's get to the list. And like I said, there's going to be 15 teams on here because I wanted to start the list off with raid teams. Now, it's important to get with your alliance and your alliance leaders and find out what raid teams they want you to do and what your alliance is doing. But I'm going to go over the 7 teams that I'm using for raids because I think it's one of the best places to get meaningful rewards in the game is going to be raids. So Night Stalkers. Night Stalkers are a raid team, but more importantly, they are useful in multiple places. Cosmic Crucible and Alliance War. This is easily one of my favorite teams, most versatile teams. And then also, I'm thinking that Oath and Blade will both have long-term viability. The reason why they do so well has to do with Man-Thing's passive, which does something very interesting. He gives the team a speed stat increase, which is not turn meter gain. So many countermeasures there are right now that are anti-turn meter, and this team does not work that way. And other than the new Emma Frost, this is going to be a good team to move through the game without a lot of counters to them. Emma Frost is one of the counters, though. So I'm a big fan of Night Stalkers. So let's go to the next team, which is going to be Orcus. Orcus is also a raid team, getting good use of them in Crucible and Alliance War. Not as much Night Stalkers, and they also don't have as many plug and play options, where Night Stalkers have good plug and plays with Oath and Blade, where right here, Orcus primarily the only plug and play character is going to be Lady Deathstrike. And these are also going to be some characters that are required to go to gear tier 20, or the ones that I've chosen to go to gear tier 20 for the Professor X saga. Now, Vigilante, jury is out on this team, but I'm finding that they're also very effective in war, taking out Mephisto type teams. And I have not really got a lot of use out of them in Crucible, but they are a raid team. So I would focus on them for sure. Now, right now, there is a team in the Flux that is going to be replacing like Super Scroll Hive Mind inside of raids, and that is going to be the Thunderbolts team. And the only 2 members that we currently have in the game that represent the Thunderbolts are going to be the reworks to Taskmaster and Ghost. 3 characters will be coming here shortly. Victoria Hand is already in the game, but the other 2 will be here. And I would not go too heavily on the Hive Mind team because they're going to be replaced by the Thunderbolts. Now, this next team is kind of strange. And you can see here that there's a total of 3 teams here on the screen, but it's really 3 teams made up of 10 characters. And so the 2 new characters are going to be right here in the middle, which is going to be Hercules and Jean Grey. And right here in the middle is going to be the Uncanny Avenger team, which is for raids. The very top, we're going to have Mighty Avengers, which is used in war. And then lastly, here in the bottom is going to be the Immortals, which is used in Crucible. But it's really a combination of 10 characters that makes 3 teams that are used in 3 different game modes. And so this is going to be about the Spotlight as well. Then we've got Alpha Flight. Now, I got to give some caution here on the next 2 teams, is that these are not post Ares stats. So I think it's important to note that we're going to talk about pre Ares and post Ares. Post Ares characters have better stats, like on the order of 30%. And in general, my list is going to be focusing on characters that have the stat increase that came after Ares. Now, both of these teams right here, which is going to be Alpha Flight and Old Man Logan Extreme, yes, there are used currently in raids, but these are pre-Ares teams, and so they're not going to have the stats, and I don't think they're going to be as good in the long term. Now, Alpha Flight not only is used in the Spotlight raids, it's also a Alliance War defensive team that is pretty good. Typically, some of the members are switched out and used elsewhere, but the primary three, which is going to be Sasquatch, North Star, and Guardian, are used in conjunction with, let's say, American Chavez. Also, it's worth noting that these three have plug and play viability for various reasons. North Star has the ability of getting rid of revives, and then we've got Guardian, which gives the team offense up so they can be plugged and play. And then Sasquatch is a pre-taunting tank. Extreme X-Men, Old Man Logan's amazing, and Nightcrawler's amazing. The other three, however, I don't know if I would go too heavily into putting resources, which would be Gambit, Sunspot, and Forge. But Old Man Logan's a boss, and so is Nightcrawler. So those are going to be the 7 raid teams, with the 2 bonus teams that are involved, you know, with these 10 characters right here, one being used in War and the other one used in Crucible. If I were going to get rid of the stipulation of raids, I would say that Annihilators is my favorite team and would be at the top of the list, but this team doesn't get used inside of raids. But 3 of the team members, well, 4 of the team members are very useful. Endgame Thanos, I think, is going to be a very good character for a long time because of his ability to get through Safeguard. Also, his passive, when he drops below 50%, will not only strip away the opposing team's positive effects, including Safeguard, it does a lot of damage. Endgame Thanos is going to be good for a long time. Gladiator right here on above me here is going to be a pre-taunting tank that is very strong, one of the strongest pre-taunting tanks in the game. And then Gore's kit has anti-revive and anti-charge mechanics, and he's also very useful with Null because he is a symbiote. So this is probably my top pick. Silver Surfer is hot garbage in my opinion. Wouldn't go too heavily on him. And Ultimus has some good situations. He's very good, let's say, against pre-taunting tanks because he does more hits based on the number of positive effects, and he can actually blow through pre-taunting tanks quite good. Next, we got to talk about Astral, which has Shadow King. And there's a couple superstars here on the team. Shadow King has high plug and play viability. So does the new Emma. At the top of the list, I was talking about Man-Thing and Night Stalkers. Well, she has the ability to shut that down. Nimrod with Orcus also has that mechanic, and she can shut that extra speed stat increase as well. Doctor Strange can revive the team, and then Ancient One just does all kinds of damage and is quite a monster. Moondragon is probably the weakest one on the team. Next, we have to talk about Absolute A-Force, which their primary function is war. And I want to say that Astral is a Battle World team, which is interesting. Also very good in war. And then Astral is very good in war. Now, the 3 new characters, which is Ms. Marvel Classic, Kahori, and Medusa, have some plug and play viability. Kahori is one of the better characters in the game. I believe I made her an S tier character in my recent all characters ranked video. I would focus on those 3 because you got a tank. Medusa's got some interesting plug and play countermeasures to like Death Proof. The 2 reworked characters, not so much. So this is going to be a recurring theme where they typically will bring in 3 new characters to the game and then rework 2. And the 3 new characters, of course, are better than the 2 reworked characters. Next is Liberty, which is also a war team. And Liberty has actually got some cool mechanics where they put taunts everywhere, effectively bypassing taunt. Big fan of this team. Captain Sam, yes, is a reworked character, but his ultimate gives turn meter to the team, so that's a very good thing. War Machine is by far the weakest member on the team. Next, we have Starjammers, which has been very controversial. This is a Crucible team. It has had multiple buffs to make them viable inside of Crucible. I don't think they're that great in Alliance War. There was a period I didn't think they were great anywhere. So this is kind of lower on the list. Now, Lilandra is required for the Professor X saga, and a lot of people are taking Howard the Duck and Havoc as well. Now, this one might be a unusual choice right here because we are going into pre-Ares stats characters. So that will be Undying, Illuminati, and then Superior 6. And I just wanted to like these three teams are kind of honorable mentions, if you will, because I feel like I use them in every game mode. Well, not every game mode, but I use them inside of Alliance War and in Cosmic Crucible quite a bit. Now, the Undying team, which is at the top, is here because they are a team where a new member is added, let's say every fall around the time of Halloween. So they will be getting a 5th member, and that is going to continue to make them viable long term. Not on this list would be the Phoenix Force team, which right now only has 2 members, which is Jean Phoenix and Omega Red Phoenix Force. So, and that is going to be a similar type of team where they're going to add a new epic character once a year, and that typically the team gets some boosts to work better with that new character to make the team viable. So this team right here, Undying, is going to have a lot of legs. Now, Illuminati and Superior 6 are just some of my favorite teams. Illuminati is proving to be one of the stronger teams, even though it's pre-Ares stats. But I can't ignore the powerfulness of, is that a word? Powerfulness of Captain Britain and friends. But I'm reluctant to tell people to invest heavily in them. You know, any team that has come to the game after Ares is going to be better than pre-Ares in general. There's a lot of exceptions, and I feel like Superior Cynics is also in that category as well. Now, I'm going to show a little trick here in game. I'm going to switch over that I don't know if a lot of people have noticed, but a lot of people say, well, what character should I be upgrading? Especially people that had just started playing Marvel Strike Force. And I recently started a new account, and I found this to be super helpful. Hit roster, and then right here, hit squads. And this is going to be all of the teams that are in a order. And the order is most current team released, which also includes the reworks like Punisher and Elektra were reworked. And that gave them better stats as well. And there is good access to some of these newer teams with the reworked characters. Elektra and Punisher are relatively easy to get. Rocket and Groot are relatively easy to get. Captain America and War Machine are relatively easy to get. So if you are starting the game right recently, you're going to be flooded with a ton of characters, like almost more than you can know what to do with them. But if you come into this list, you can see that the characters at the top are generally going to be better than the characters towards the bottom. Or you may not see your character on here at all. But in general, the top teams are better than the lower teams, and the reworked characters will be there as well, and you're going to have better success. Now, I was talking towards the beginning of the video about the difference between pre-Ares and post-Ares, and the line was drawn right here between Annihilators and Illuminati, and you can see the big jump in power from 5 million to 7 million, and a lot of these post-Ares teams have 7 million power, where if we look at the pre-Ares teams, they're going to be 4 or 5 million in general. And I feel like I'm having a hard time justifying teams that are pre-Ares outside of some of the exceptions that we gave here in the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and also big shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring the video. Check out the links in the description. Bye for now. New character diamonds in Elite Store, which ones? Yeah, Ares was the first one, but you could say Thanos Endgame, sure. Same month, same week. Thunderbolt diamond credit, bottom 2 rows. Oh. Oh, we had server reset. Okay. Cool. Is it a special currency though? Kind of like Hercules? Well, monies probably. Hmm. All right. Raid Shadow Legends. I feel like they're moving away from this store. Oh my god, Venera. I know what this is. Yeah. What is wrong? Why would you do this? All right, let's do raid. Let's switch over. Bye for now on the Shorts channel. Bye-bye.